So this was Go Battle League. Don't know where I was going with that.
Don't know either. Do you want to keep going?
I'll try.
Okay.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we want to talk about the Go Battle League, which is new in Pokemon Go. For a lot of people that aren't battling, the whole concept of it is very new to them as well.
Yeah, this is something that could be very exciting for them because the people that have been participating in the Sylph tournaments have kind of had this taste of PvP and what it's all about, and people that might want to be getting into this or not battle a lot, this is their chance to check it out and possibly, find a niche and do good.
So we've seen in our local chat groups that a lot of people are struggling with a lot of their battles and ranking up, having a lot of issues. I've come across a team that has been working very well for me. We'll share this team with you guys. It is an expensive team to make though. Using the Pokemon on there, I have an Azumarill, which is very expensive to power up. Probably going to cost you around 200,000 Stardust plus the second move. But you can save a little bit if you get the, what is it, Azul?
Oh,
Azurill, the baby Pokemon. And if you add the second charge move to it as it's a baby before evolving it into a Azumarill, it's only going to cost you 10,000 dust and 25 candies versus the 50,000 dust.
And that's a lot of the tricks with any of the baby Pokemon.
Yep.
So one of the other good Pokemon for Great League that is used a lot would be Lucario. And if you add that secondary charge move when he's a Riolu, it costs far less of a Stardust cost than had you evolved him and then try to get the second move.
It's good to know. Also, I'm running a Medicham, which is another one you're going to want as close to perfect on your IVs for your Medicham as you can get. I don't have a perfect one. It's pretty decent. It's maxed out right now at 1401 for CP, but he's been doing really good for me. And I've got double moves on both of them. And then my third Pokemon is Alolan Marowak, and he's not too bad power up at all. He's pretty inexpensive.
Get him out of a raid.
Easy to get out of raids. Yeah. So for the move set on them, on my Azumarill, I've got Bubble for the fast move, and then I've got Ice Beam and Play Rough as the charge moves. A lot of people are wanting to run Hydro Pump and get rid of the Play Rough, but I found in a lot of battles going against dark types and other things like that,
coverage.
It's nice to have that fairy typing in there, and I didn't find myself, I TM'd it over to Hydro Pump. I just never found myself using it. So I went back to Play Rough, and I get a lot more use out of that. And on my Medicham, I've got Counter as the fast move. And then I have Power Up Punch as the charge move and Ice Punch. They recommend, PvPoke recommends that you use Dynamic Punch, but I've found getting a couple of those Power Up Punches off, people are burning shields thinking it's something that it's not, especially in the lower rankings. You're going against a lot of people that haven't battled before. So you send off a Power Up Punch, they think it's coming in hot, it's going to be something real big, they shield it, and it's not going to do much damage in the first place. And then you get the buff of +1 on your attack, so now each counter you're doing is doing more damage and more damage, and every time you do that it goes up, so you can really turn into a beast with that.
And then an example that I had was getting my attack buffs over and over and over again, and then an Altaria was pulled out, which would normally be a disadvantage of the typing, but because shields were down at that time, I Ice Punched him, and it was nearly a one-hit KO because my attack was so much higher from using power punches.
So that Ice Punch really comes in clutch for Grass type and Altaria.
Dragon flying.
Yep. Takes it out good. And then on the Alolan Marowak, I have Fire Spin for a fast move. It's been doing a lot of good damage to the steels, to the grass, and then I have Bone Club and Shadow Ball for the charge moves on him. So this first battle I'm going against EGFV P99. That's a great name.
I'm sure it stands for something.
It must stand for something.
He was born in 99.
Could be born in 99. A youngin'.
Younger than us.
So I'm gonna lead with the Azumarill, and he's doing the same thing.
Maybe he watched this video.
He might have watched this video. That's right. So this is gonna be typically a boring match, but you just want to go for play roughs. It's gonna do the most damage because Ice Beam and Hydro Beam are gonna be resisted.
Hydro Pump.
Hydro Pump.
The one thing about these mirror matches, like we said in a previous video, what you really want to go for is that attack stat because of the recent update that Niantic made to PvP. If 2 charge moves go off at the same time, the Pokemon with the higher attack stat is the one that's going to get their charge move off first. And so when you're dealing with a mirror match, that's when your IVs are counting because it could sway the battle of who gets their attack off first and may or may not need to use the shield.
Right. If you notice there, I didn't use the shield until later in the battle. I saved it just to see what he was going to do with his, whether he was going to shield or not, and I decided I wanted to keep mine alive because I was getting to those charge moves before him, so I knew I could finish it. So I'm only gonna use 1 shield against his Azumarill here.
Save the rest
and
for
it'll
last.
fan out. And he brings in Altaria, and it's time for Medicham to shine. So those Dragon Breaths are doing a lot of damage. We come in with an Ice Punch, hoping to land.
You gotta watch out for those sky attacks.
Yep.
Like right now.
Right now, and so that Ice Punch does a lot of damage. He's definitely wishing he shielded that one.
Yeah, for sure.
We're able to get to that second one. Does he shield this one? No, he doesn't shield this one either.
He's down shields, he can't.
Oh, he's all down.
Yeah.
He used both of them on the Azumarill then.
And then you're going against a positive matchup here with fighting against Rock.
So here I'm just going to go straight power punches, get that attack boost.
And even the Stone Edge isn't enough to take you down.
He can tank it.
And GG.
That was the first win. It was a good one. Now we're going against Gus 57457. Leading with the Azumarill again, and I'm going to do that on every match. He's a solid lead. He's also a great switch in if you find another team or you want to bring him in. So he swaps out right away. And so we bring in our Medicham because that was not a good matchup.
Right. This player was obviously ready for Azumarill, probably seen him from previous battles because he's brought in the electric to your water type.
He swapped in real quick. So I'm going to go for Power Up Punch here. See, we draw another shield. He's thinking it's something more than it is, but we still get that attack buff. So that's what we're looking for here.
The more attack buffs you can get, the stronger that you're going to be later in the battle, and the more threat you are.
So we didn't shield that first wild charge, and it did a lot of damage. So we definitely wanted to shield that second one.
Yeah.
Keep Medicham in there. We've got him super low, and we'll let Medicham go down, and we can just fan him here real quick with the Azumarill. We'll get off a play rough here.
And you got 2 strong moves, charge moves against the dragons,
Yep.
so
This
things
play
like
rough
Fairy.
almost one-shots him. And Raikou comes back in and is back out.
Tried to do that last minute switch on you.
Yep. Hoping I was going to send a charge move on it. And play rough against Blastoise is doing some decent chip damage.
And you still have a shield in the back.
I do have shield. Oh, I missed a bubble there. Still got the excellent though.
This one bubble still
yep.
get your
So Ice Beam did not do a whole lot of damage there. Play rough might have been better to go for.
Tries the Hydro Cannon, obviously a Community Day Blastoise there.
So we're gonna go for another Ice Beam because he's in within KO range with that Ice Beam. Love GG's. Here we're going against 73 Dominator. I'm leading with Azumarill and he's leading with the Lapras. So it's not completely terrible for us.
You're just doing a lot of neutral damage
Yep.
because of the 2 water types.
Exactly. Go for a play rough here. See if he lets it go through. He does. We're not going to shield it. Oh, we are going to shield. Shouldn't have shielded that Ice Beam. It wasn't going to do much damage at all. Swap right into Medicham, and he's going to take him out with no problem.
The fighting against ice is going to be your advantage there.
See, we draw another shield with a Power Up Punch.
And then sometimes I've been surprised about how many battlers may or may not switch in.
Yeah. A lot of people aren't switching.
Yeah.
So Lapras is down and he brings in Registeel. And we've got Medicham.
Positive matchup.
Second power-up punch coming in here. She's just chipping away at him. We'll get one more off.
Oh, that attack stat.
Let's see if he shields this one up. He doesn't. And we feint him down. So now Tropius comes in. And this is why we have a lone Marowak right here.
Yep.
We still have one shield. He has one shield. We're gonna let this Sky Attack come through. Oh, Leaf Blade.
It charges up
even
so
better.
fast.
Yeah,
Counting
even
those fast
better.
moves, he didn't have very many fast moves, which usually Leaf Blade is a 3-bar charge move. So you get to it very quickly through a lot fewer fast moves, but the opponent can tell
Right.
if you're counting.
So we send a Bone Club there, and it does almost no damage. So live and learn. Not gonna send another one of those.
Got that shield though.
Here it's coming down. He's going to take out a lone Marowak, but we still have a Azumarill with pretty well full health, and he's going to be able to tank whatever he's sending here, and we can feint him down.
Azumarill's base defense stat is so high. He's definitely a tank for the Great League. A lot of people are using him. If you don't have one on your team, definitely be something to consider.
We finish him off with a Ice Beam there. Don't want to take any chances. And so that's the end of that game. And so like I said, with this team, I went 27-0 with it and then lost some, but now I'm still running this team and it's going very well for me.
What rank are you now?
I'm in rank 8.
8.
I'm in rank
I'm not there yet.
8. Close?
6.
You're 6.
Getting there. 6 to 7. I'm working on 7.
Be a 7 soon. So once you get up in these higher ranks though, you're going to start running into a lot more meta-relevant teams like this last one that we watched. People are going to be a lot smarter with their switches, with their use of energy, everything else. So you're going to lose some battles, even with this team. But you can't get discouraged with that. Just keep going. Or whatever team that's working well for you. Keep using it. You're not going to face that same person over and over again.
Right. The one thing about your team also that you might take note of is the 2 charge attacks. You've unlocked the second charge attack on all your Pokemon. Different battles, especially in the early Go Battle League ranks, people just have that one charge move.
Yeah.
But they're expensive, so it totally
expensive.
makes sense. But you definitely, if you can, get that move type coverage. Things like the Ice Beam and Play Rough on Azumarill. Those don't benefit from the same type attack bonus of Stab, but they still provide that coverage where he's taking down Altarias and Dark types and things.
Exactly. So hopefully this helps you guys with your Go Battle League battles, helps you rank up, and get some confidence in your teams.
Try different things. Feel free to switch some stuff out that you have possibly close to 1500 CP. Maybe some unilateral changes like Lucario instead of Medicham.
Yeah.
Try
I've seen people run Registeel instead of Medicham as well, and they've been doing well with that. But this is what's worked for me, and it's worked pretty good. I'm happy with it.
Yeah. So keep battling out there and just keep practicing. Like, I've obviously not ranked up as fast as you, but what I'm focusing on is really learning from every battle and not quitting. Because eventually I will make it to rank 10.
There you go. That's the goal.
Yeah. Be sure to keep your eyes out for our future uploads, which will include things like Community Day, which today there was some big news.
They just announced Rhyhorn was the winner for Community Day in February, and that's going to be, I believe, on the 22nd.
22nd of February. And then also there's a bunch of different February events that we're going to be covering and just kind of reviewing for you guys for an easy reference in case you haven't seen different things online or have a hard time remembering those long blog posts of Niantic's. We got you covered.
Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our videos, and also hit that notification bell so you're notified when our videos do come out.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks, guys.
So for future videos, keep your eyes out for things of Community Day type, yeah.